Hey, welcome back to Let's Play some Age of Empires 2 Ranked. We're gonna ban Arabia and Greenland. Looking forward to these other ones, though. We're gonna prefer Arena. And, yeah, let's just go 1v1 match. It's been a month or more. I've uploaded the 11 matches and seen some feedback. Lots of stuff to learn and practice, and, we'll see what ends up happening. I've decided to not stress over it and to try to not be so try hard about it in order to not ruin my experience. Alright, we're gonna go for Arena. I have not played in over a month, so I'm definitely gonna be rusty, but that's fine. Just here to have some fun. And let's see how game 12 goes. I have decided to stick with Huns, and until I perfect Huns, I am not gonna go. Alright, I'm up against Teutons. Oh gosh. I just realized I don't even remember hotkeys right now. That was funny. Let's just move you here. Alright. I gotta remember everything. Wow, I didn't think I would forget this much, but gotta remember hotkeys, gotta remember alright, so I'm gonna send on a wood. Let's send it on the back wood line. We've got deer over here. We'll push that in a second. So after you're done with that, please come here. Okay, let's do a lumber camp. Then you can go on that. You please go on that right now. Okay, and then let's do 2 there. Got our sheep. Perfect. And we'll push in deer quite soon. Why? Okay, that one is a very delayed push. I'm not sure why. Alright. The rest we're gonna send to food. Why is this deer? Am I lagging? Why is this deer like so delayed? I don't understand.
Timu, Amrmindu, Anchung. Zecher, Anchung.
Alright, so let's push in that deer. Everybody else will put over there. We're just gonna focus on eco. They do have early aggression. We have time because of the walls. They're Teutons, so I don't think they can do anything too crazy. We are gonna auto scout. Let's build a mill. Let's go grab 1 boar. Okay, so just a bit of idle time here, but I just want to get this boar in the right spot. Alright, so there's the rest of my food production. I was hoping this would be walled off, but it's not. Oh, I guess it is by the tree line. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna have 14 on food after that one, and we'll send 4 more on wood, and then 2 on gold, and we can go for a fast castle. So we'll send them on this wood. I can send them on that wood. Let's go for the next boar in the meantime. I guess I'm a tad late with the boar. That's fine. Perfect. Alright. Looks like we're gonna be doing fine on our own. Let's send 2 to gold. And we'll do the last one on wood, and we should be good to go. Ah, yes. Yeah, so I'm noticing my brain is quite slow. It reminds me of when I first started playing. Yeah, what you gonna do? Alright, I need food deposited. Thank you. Okay, so we're doing pretty good on time. I don't think we have any idle TC time. Let's have you build a barracks right here, please. Then you can go back to your wood line. Let's make a couple of people and send them to stone. Our stone's kind of forward, which is not ideal. That's fine. He has quite a bit of score on me, probably because of exploration. I've read multiple comments saying to not focus on the enemy's score, so okay. I mean, it's inevitable to do that, but I'm gonna not let it bring me down, let's just say. Okay, there's our second stone right there. We have a gold there, good to know. Yeah, go back here and build some more stuff. Alright, so let's build a blacksmith and a market. Then you can go back there. We're sending people over to stone now. Great. We're eating up a storm here. After you guys are done with that food, please go to this. Sorry, can you go here and then go there? And once again, I'm too late with the Castle Age click up. This time the gold, really, even though I sent somebody on gold. Okay, they've advanced to Feudal Age now. Come on. Oh, I can't wait for that market. Okay, we have 3 on stone. Okay. Everybody go and eat up the stone there. Or the wood. Alright, so we have that upgrade. Let's go ahead and start making some farms.
захир за барилгачин
Okay. We're doing pretty okay. We seem to be catching up with the other person. They're Teutons, so they're... What do they have that I need to worry about? I'm not sure.
болгой зүйтэй барилгачин
Тийм үү. Барилгачин.
амар мэндүү барилгачин
I guess infantry?
тийм үү за барилгачин бэлэн бай зүйтэй амар мэндүү болгой модчин барилгачин
Perfect. So what is my game plan? My game plan is to get a castle down eventually. I'm going to try and go for the relics. If I want to do that, I need maybe a bit more wood. I need to queue up some villagers, send them to stone. Let's maybe get a wood upgrade there. Right, and with the scout... I need to be scouting this area. Alright, so I've made it to Castle Age, sending people to stone. I need to make sure he doesn't castle drop me or does other shenanigans. Let's build a monastery right there. I'm gonna go back to wood. I think I need to send more people to wood. Because I need to build some extra TCs. Okay, let's send the monk out. Okay, I think we're doing pretty swell so far. Alright. So let's do a second TC right there. And then go to wood. Let's send more to wood here. Let's make a second monk, send him there. This one. Bring that relic. Bring this relic. Bring that relic. Alright. Can we get... Let's get the gold diggers to do a stable for me. And you can go back on gold. Make sure I'm producing vills. Okay, this monk can bring that. And that. Looks like we are grabbing relics, which is great. Okay, this town center has been done. Alright, let's make... what do we want to make? Let's make one more scout. Send him over here. Okay, he made it to Castle Age 2 now. Great. When possible. Okay, his scout is right there. Okay, we grabbed that relic too. That is amazing. Let's get this upgrade. So what is my game plan? I don't have enough for a castle yet. I think I will do... Am I going to do a defensive or an offensive castle? I'm not sure. Okay, he has a stable. Okay, so forget that relic. Let's make some more villagers. We have plenty on wood. Let's start making more farms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so he is building quite a bit of stables, so let's make some pikemen. Maybe we should build a second barracks. So let's go ahead and do that. Second barracks here. And then we're gonna do a castle. Okay, so he's guarding that relic. Let's start attacking him. Let's also convert one guy. If I can convert his one guy, that would be amazing. I did not convert his one guy, and instead I lost 2 monks. I do not want to research sanctity. I am in the negative with the relics. Why do I have idols? Okay, I need a castle right here. Please go get him. Monk. Please go here. He's not fighting me, so I get free hits, basically. And I should be upgrading these guys and sending them here. And I have not made villagers, and that is bad. Let's go protect the monk with the pikemen. It's a good thing we made those. We're gonna have a castle just in time. Okay, good. Oh, dude. Go with the... Alright, and he got the other relic. Alright, so we've got 3. He's got 2. Please go do that. Let's do Marauders. And actually, let's build 3 more of these and then go here. Alright, so the name of the plan now is we need to get upgrades. And then we need to group these up, right? That's a thing. Let's make some more pikemen for defense. And then these are only 4 stables. Okay, there we go. Alright, in the meantime, let's create more villagers. I need a university really badly. Alright, so we have researched Marauders. I am creating plenty of pikemen. I need more stone for the 3rd town center. Just gonna try and get as many upgrades as I can. We have plenty on wood. I do not need to focus so hard on wood. So let's go 12 more farms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Alright, so that's 12 farms. Okay, we'll create Tarkans shortly. I do want to go to Imperial Age real quick. Create more villagers. After that, please research this. I need more on gold. I need a ton more on gold. Well, it seems to be the problem, mister. Go there. Yeah, so I don't know how huge of an army he's building up. I need to focus economy, focus Imperial, way more on gold. I have plenty on stone, forget it. Let's get ballistics and murder holes. And we can afford this too. Just so we're defensively ready. Why? What is the issue with the farmers here? I don't understand. Did I miscount the farms? Okay, and do that, and then you guys go there. You send people over there. I think that's plenty on gold. Let's send more. It's plenty on wood. Then. Let's send more on gold. And we gotta click up soon. We gotta click up soon. How many do we have? We could use 5 more pikemen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more pikemen just so we have 20. Alright, I can click up. We're gonna click up with this one. Okay, let's get this final upgrade here. Actually, no more upgrades. We need military units. Okay, so he's got a knight. Just looking out for stuff. He's going knights. We've got our little military unit there. Oh, we should get him. We should definitely get some armor for those guys. And I need to get gold faster. Alright, cool. So, Tarkans. Yeah. Let's get some Tarkans over here. Can get 10 on the way. I feel like we have plenty on wood. Need more on food. Okay, let's get 5 more Tarkans on the way. On gold. We need a ton of gold. Okay, let's go get even more gold even faster. Yeah, let's research that to have some extra vision. Okay, there's his army. He's patrolling. That's fine. Let's get more Tarkans. Okay, and now let's just send more on wood. Okay, let's get conscription. Let's get guilds. Oh, he's been using the market and I have not. Alright, so let's do that. Get guilds. Okay, there's his army. Can I please upgrade to helps soon? Alright, he's in Imperial Age too, so we need some trebuchets. Let's put them inside. And he's gonna die to the wolf. And that is amazing. Okay, let's get these guys off of that. And let's build some more farms. 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, the barracks, we need to do more of these guys. Let's get elite Tarkans. Looks like we're building up forces here. So he's scouting me, he's getting this gold, he's building up some siege forces. I don't know what disaster is happening here with these guys. We're at 91 eco. I feel pretty happy with that. I'm gonna get more upgrades. I don't know what you guys are doing. It's really confusing me. Okay, I have all my upgrades. He's got Cavalier now. I think I need to attack him now because I have all my upgrades. He doesn't have his. So let's just go here. Let's just go for it. Okay, so he's got castle there, so let's go trap him down. He's got a lot of monks. Holy cow, he's got a lot of monks. So it's a Trebor that he is winning. And unfortunately my castle does go down. His castle is not going down. Alright, so it's a Trebor. Let's do it. Okay, so we have won that engagement. We're gonna go deny his other castle. Things are looking pretty good. Good. We've kept our Trebs. He deleted his castle finally. Alright, so he's on the back foot. So we definitely gotta go ahead here. Let's go and push him in. If my trebuchet is a bit exposed, but he does not seem to be focused on that. Okay, he's panicking and building castles in inappropriate places. Let's send these guys to scout. And it looks like we might break through in here. He's got some scary archers they gotta watch out for. Okay, he seems to be focusing down my trebs now. Let's go get this castle down. He's making Teutonic Knights now, which is nice.
맞아.
Go get this stone. Let's get the castle down.
민도.
Oh, we've got some lazy guys here. Can you please go there?
자크 파충.
Okay, castle goes down. Okay. Send everyone in here. And let's just swarm him. He managed to kill one of my trebuchets. Oh, he gave me the GG. That was nice. Well, thank you. Okay, so that was all over the place. He told me well played in GG. He was expanding here with a bunch of villagers. It's interesting that it's showing me what idle villagers he has. Oh man, that was such a rusty game. But somehow I managed to win. He expanded. He had a lot of military buildings. I'm curious what the villager count is, because it looks like he had like 2, 3 TCs. Maybe not as many farms as I did, but he had a huge army of monks, and he got some value out of it, I'm pretty sure. I think I gotta look back at the replay if he used them all to convert one unit, or if he separated each monk per unit to get more value out of it. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't research, and a lot of stuff that I was sloppy on. I had a lot of floating resources. Luckily I kept my buildings producing to reinforce my units. Yeah, I'm really curious. What I feel like I didn't deserve to win this one. Wait, where's Capture Age? They did what? Statistics? Oh, spectate with Capture Age is there. Okay. Really? What elo was he? 828. Okay. Units converted only 3, so he did not use his monks correctly. Had the larger army. I collected more food and wood. He focused more on stone. And quite a bit on gold. I was late on gold, I'll admit that. And I was way too late on gold. Yeah, pretty similar uptimes for Imperial and Feudal. 2 castles, 3 relics. Relic gold difference is obvious. He had a tad more villager high, but when? So it looks like I was maybe out booming him here, but he out militaried me. But then I think, judging by these militaries here, it looked like he was higher military than me, but I feel like my upgrades were better than his. So I think the best thing that I possibly did in that situation was to not let him upgrade to Paladin, and to just pressure him right away, because I had full upgrades. So I feel like that was a very good move. Let's just spectate and double check some of this stuff. Alright, so apparently we need to update first. Oh man. On the one hand, I'm happy that I won. On the other hand, I feel like he could have stomped me if he didn't make a couple of mistakes. And I feel like this is keeping me close to 1,000 elo, and I'm gonna get stomped in the future by others. But that's the game. What the heck is this? What? Who's unpausing and pausing this? I want Capture Age. Thank you. That's what I want to see. So let's just look at him. Okay, he scouted himself. Did not push in deer. Went with standard build, went with scouting immediately. Went for boar. Interesting. How did he have idle time? Was he housed? I think he was housed. Because I have 3 villagers on top of him. Brought the second boar. Okay, this is where I click up to Feudal with 24. He's got 22, so he was late to Feudal. That might have been another mistake of his. I think he got housed. But yeah, he split up his lumberjacks very evenly. He sent 3 to gold, and he kept 11 on food. And yeah, finally clicks up as well on 24 pop. Is doing 8 farmers. I was still eating sheep and I sent him to berries. He did not take his deer, so that's another contributing factor to him being slower. He got his eco upgrades immediately. I was ready to click up the castle faster than him, obviously. With 28 eco. Let's see what kind of eco he goes for. I think that's why he was late to Castle Age. His food. Oh, and he's getting the gold upgrade. Okay. So build a barracks, a market. I have reached Castle Age. He has not clicked up, but he does not have... Oh, he does have 2 buildings. He has the blacksmith. Okay. I feel like these 4 relics were really advantageous for him. So he bought 100 food to go to Castle Age. Expanded to the outside stone. He was getting the inside stone too. Okay, so now he got the Castle Age. He went on 32 up. I instantly made 2 monks because I wanted to jump on the relics. So I don't know if he realized that I got relics. Okay, so he went with 2 extra TCs right away. But I'm still way ahead in Vills. He got his second wood upgrade. He has 0 on stone. He took his stone workers and he's building the TCs with the stone workers. 12 on food. I have 17, 18 on food, so I feel like he's... Here we're fighting. He has not made a monk yet and he's guarding the relics, so that was good for him. And he focused down my monk, which is amazing. That was very good. I'm glad I fought for that 3rd relic, and I'm glad I had some pikemen because I saw his stables. So I feel like I remembered some lessons, and I'm ready for my castle at this point with 52 vills. He's got 47. He saw this castle at this point, I think. How do I see what he saw? How do I see what he saw? Left click, right click to combined fog, Alt D. Okay, I don't want Alt D, I want Shift right click. Shift right click, okay. So he saw that I have a castle. And he did not work to deny that. So I feel like that was a mistake, and he killed my scouts much too late. I was still booming at this point, he was not, so he caught up in vills, but then stopped booming because he was focused on military production. Had 2 knights, did not send them forward. Sent... Ooh, I would have sent a couple spearmen here. I think I just did, and I noticed that he picked it up. Oh, but I could have still fought him on it. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so at this point he's got 2 stables, he's got a barracks, he's got a blacksmith and no upgrades. I've got my first row of upgrades. I have 5 pikemen, he's got 4 knights. And now I'm building up my military. So he's doing a good job of producing from both stables. He's got the eco to continue production. Well, actually, he needs 18 of that is for the vills, so we're still even in vills. I'm still only on 2 TCs. Now he finally ramped up food production. But it doesn't seem like he ramped it up too much after that. So he invested a lot in knights, knew that I had a castle, so knew he couldn't do much about it. Knew I made pikemen. So he saw that I made pikemen after I lost my scouts. He should have maybe stopped producing knights and instead produced, I don't know, archers or siege. So maybe that was a mistake he made. I'm glad I committed to more pikemen at this point, even though I didn't know he was making knights. Okay, now he queued up a bunch of villagers. He could have gone Imperial way before me. I did not queue up more villagers because I was trying to get my farming up. I knew I was saving up for Imperial after these upgrades, so I'm not sure. Now oh yeah, I was researching some stuff, and I had only 2 TCs, so this is the point where he overtakes me in villager production. He made 3 monks, he's researching sanctity and some other stuff, fervor. Okay, so he heavily invested in monks and he did not get value out of that. Wait, are Teutons... Monks have healing range. Unit resist conversion. Okay, so he didn't have that many monk bonuses except the healing range. So was his plan to just heal a bunch? I don't know. I'm really curious to get to the battle part to see how the armies compared. Now I'm making my 3rd TC finally. He's got a 6th villager lead on me. I'm going to Imperial. He sent 1 knight to scout where he knew the castle was already. Actually, I'm curious to see what he saw. So all he knew is that I have a stable, a barracks, and a castle. He didn't know much else. He decided to castle this, which I was contemplating at one point, and maybe I'm glad I didn't put the castle all the way out here, because that would have left me exposed for getting attacked. Here he put his knights to patrol, and I could see it. I'm pretty sure I saw this, right? Can we toggle on me for a sec? Yeah, so I saw that. So he had 24 knights and 3 monks. I had 20 pikemen and 15 Tarkans. He was getting ironclad. Sorry, what does ironclad do? Siege units plus 4 melee armor. Okay, he didn't have any siege at this point. He made skirmishers, which was a good idea at the time, I guess. I finally started using the market. I don't know why he sent... Okay, he was scouting out the resources to see if I am there. Not sure why he was attacking my stable. It's pretty troll. Lost a skirmisher to a wolf. And I believe after he hit Imperial and I saw the siege workshop, I decided, okay, I think it's time that I go on the offensive. So I got 1 more row of upgrades. Started making trebuchets. He queued up 3. I had 3 as well. So that's very good that I jumped immediately on that. Otherwise, I would have lost the trebuchet war. I had 10 halbs in queue and 20 Tarkans. Where is that food going? I had 91 villagers, he had 84, now he's producing 11 more. So he couldn't really focus too much on eco when he's focusing on military. Here I'm seeing his knights. I queued up 15 more helms. This was a great move. Went for elite Tarkin. And then I think I went for blacksmith upgrades. Yeah. Okay. He was behind on the upgrades too. He didn't get any of the archer upgrades. Yeah, so I was definitely ahead of him in terms of upgrades. As soon as I saw Cavalier, I went ahead. So he had 14 more queued. He had 27. I had... Yeah, the armies were pretty even. Don't know why he invested in capped ram. Think he would have trickled them in and taken these buildings down, maybe. Let's see, where do I decide? Yeah, here I decide. Okay, so here I decide. Let's pause it. Here I decide I'm going to take my 38 helbs and 20 elite Tarkin. I did not see that he has a castle. All I saw was this force here. So that's 3,200 health. I had 2,100 health. And if you count the Tarkins, that was 3,400 on my end. So my elite Tarkin was 13 attack and 170 HP. His was 14 attack and 140 HP. 6 and 4 armor. And my Tarkin, elite Tarkin, was 2 and 5. So I guess this would have been a pretty evenly match, maybe, depending on the attack speed of the knights. So here I back up. He's got 8 monks. He's got 10 more calves in queue. And he decided, oh, that's all you have? That's all he saw, just a dozen helbs. So he's like, I'm going to treb down your castle. And now he sees that I have elite Tarkins. And now he'll see that I have full upgrades. So he destroys my castle first, but I win the treb war. He did not get his stone miners to repair, or his gold miners to repair the castle. I was late with mine. And here, yeah, I don't know why he packed up. He should have tried to treb me down some more. He popped out his rams, trying to ram me. Ram my trebs, but it's too late. His castle goes down. He sees that I'm building another castle. And I just want to select all this army and compare it. 44 helps, 35 calves. My Tarkins make short work of the rams. My halberdiers completely destroy the calves. He had only 9 skirmishers and they were not here. I don't know where they were. So yeah, I easily win that battle because of upgrades. Although he had full armor upgrade by the end of this. Oh, he didn't. Well, he doesn't have infantry. Yeah, so his skirms are here randomly. He just expanded over here. He made a castle there. A defensive castle. He's got 89 villagers and a lot on gold and a lot on food. I have a lot of floating resources. He's got a lot of gold. So at this point, he's not grouping up his army. He's not grouping up his army. What is he doing? He's making calves and archers. This is super late in the game to make archers. So he didn't know what to counter my units with. I don't think archer is the answer. I feel like siege would have been a better answer, like catapults. But he lost his one siege workshop and he didn't make another one. Okay. Just making another castle here, another archery range. And the second best decision I made was to engage and push. Otherwise he would have built up like a bunch more castles. He was starting to get Teutonic Knights. I'm not sure what these are. Oh, the archery ranges that are producing. Yeah, so he did upgrade to Paladin. Much too late. This Paladin's just randomly scouting here. He should have made a scout to scout here and not waste the Paladin there. He's sending the archers here instead of massing them, so he's trickling him in. Paladins are pretty strong. 18 and 180. I have 50 and 170, so Paladin's definitely way stronger. But not in small numbers. Good idea to try and wall this off. Tarkin's OP though. I raided that down before he could build it. Nice. That was actually very satisfying that I raided that down. This was just a regular Teutonic Knight. I mean, he was using resources. He did have upgrades. He should not have invested in archers and crossbowmen. I feel like that was another mistake that he made. He should have mass-produced halbs and maybe skirmishers or siege. Halbs and siege. Because my halbs took care of his paladins, and then my Tarkins just went in, and at this point he called it. No, I don't want to do that. Hide. Okay. Yeah, had a bunch of floating resources, had queued up a massive amount of army. So I was sloppy in a lot of areas, but he made a couple of mistakes that allowed us to capitalize, and because of the good economy, I was able to swarm him and sustain my army attack. Another mistake he made was not focusing on these trebs. Send in the paladins, kill the trebs. Made a couple of catapults, yeah. He had 2 relics there. Okay, well that's a pretty good game. I'm glad that I remembered some key lessons that definitely helped me win this game. Namely, when to attack and to spend money, resources first on army and then upgrades. I feel like that allowed me to win the fights, and the fact that I didn't hesitate and I continued pushing because I knew I had an advantage, that's what won me the game. Also, he didn't take his deer and he was slow to Feudal Age, but cool. I do think that besides our mistakes, we were pretty evenly matched, maybe. So yeah, that was fun. Game 12, de-rusting a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna queue up for game 13 now. See you there.